The first night I took over as the lighthouse keeper, I found a dusty old journal tucked behind a loose break in the wall. It was an unexpected discovery that filled me with a strange sense of dread. As I flipped through its pages, I realized it belonged to the previous keeper, whose abrupt departure was shrouded in mystery. His entries started off mundane but quickly spiraled into a chilling narrative of paranoia and fear. Oddly enough, each eerie experience he described mirrored the strange occurrences I had brushed off earlier in the day. The creaking floorboards, the flickering lights, and the distant whispers that seemed to linger just beyond the edges of my hearing. As I continued reading, I noticed a pattern in his descent into madness. Each entry was dated exactly 30 days apart, each recounting a night of growing terror. On one particular entry, he wrote about hearing a persistent tapping at the window, which matched my own encounter just last night. I recalled the shadowy figure I had dismissed as a trick of the moonlight, now wondering if it was something more sinister. The entries became increasingly frantic, with the keeper claiming that something was trying to lure him out into the stormy night. I found myself anxiously glancing towards the window, half expecting to see something staring back. By the time I reached the final entry, my heart was pounding. It detailed a night much like this one, where the keeper heard a soft, insistent voice calling him from the rocks below. I could almost hear it myself, a siren call that promised answers to questions I dared not ask. The entry ended abruptly, mid-sentence, as though he had been interrupted. I slammed the journal shut and tried to steady my breathing. The wind howled outside, and I felt an overwhelming urge to go to the window, to see if the voice was real. But I knew, deep down, that whatever awaited outside was not meant for the living. As the clock struck midnight, the lighthouse was plunged into darkness. The light that had been my constant companion flickered and died, leaving me in a chilling silence. In the pitch black, I heard it, a gentle tapping at the window, followed by that seductive voice calling my name. Every instinct screamed at me to stay put, but I felt an inexplicable pull towards the source. The journal fell from my hands, its pages fluttering like a trapped bird as I moved towards the window. I knew I was reliving the final moments of the previous keeper, but I couldn't stop myself. As I reached for the latch, the only thought that pierced my growing fear was whether I would also disappear without a trace, leaving only my own journal behind to warn the next.